I've never had anyone's approval, so I've learned to live without it. Once your mindset changes, everything on the outside will change along with it. In a world chasing trends, find solace in the everlasting embrace of authenticity and pure happiness. When no one you know tells the truth, you learn to see under the surface. Give up to grace. The ocean takes care of each wave till it gets to shore. You need more help than you know. The wise man knows that it is better to sit on the banks of a remote mountain stream than to be emperor of the whole world. Karma is given, not to those who ask, but to those who ask of nothing. It is much harder to lie to someone's face, but it is also much harder to tell the truth to someone's face. Each affects the other, and the other affects the next, and the world is full of stories, but the stories are all one. The most important thing I gained from my travels was the knowledge that one could achieve anything with determination and an ounce of luck. When one experiences truth, the madness of finding fault with others disappears. Too late. I found you can't wait to become perfect. You got to go out and fall down and get up with everybody else. It's hard not to feel happy when you make someone smile. We make choices every day, some of them good, some of them bad. And if we are strong enough, we live with the consequences. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. When you are like the tree, there is oneness with the earth, sun, and moon, but still steadfast in your purpose. If you think you have enough knowledge, you are still ignorant. Always be a learner. Your beliefs will be the light by which you see, but they will not be what you see, and they will not be a substitute for seeing. Life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man could invent. Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it. Feet, what do I need them for if I have wings to fly? A person is wise if he listens to millions of advice and doesn't implement any of it. Most of what I say is complete truth. My edit button is broken. And the truth must finally lie in that which every oppressed individual feels within himself but hasn't the courage to express. Each man should frame life so that at some future hour fact and his dreaming mate. The goal of life is to make your heartbeat match the beat of the universe, to match your nature with nature. Life is what happens to us while we are making other plans. We may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. Man is no longer an artist, he has become a work of art. I made up my mind not to care so much about the destination and simply enjoy the journey. The only thing wrong with trying to please everyone is that there's always at least one person who will remain unhappy. You. The storm stops at the door. Love reigns, peace dwells. My only regrets are the moments when I doubted myself and took the safe route. Life is too short to waste time being unhappy. Never curse a fall. The ground is where humility lives. Follow your heart. Listen to your inner voice. Stop caring about what others think. You don't chase darkness out of the room with a knife or a broom. Instead, you turn on the light. The illiterate is not the one who has never gone to school, but the illiterate is the one who never tries to learn something by himself. He that breaks a thing to find out what it is has left the path of wisdom. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. More powerful than the will to win is the courage to begin. Always forgive, but never forget, else you will be a prisoner of your own hatred and doomed to repeat your mistakes forever. Success is knowing your purpose in life, growing to reach your maximum potential, and sowing seeds that benefit others. All I do is lie, and that has made me immune to compliments. A bridge of silver wings stretches from the dead ashes of an unforgiving night. Marito, the jeweled vision of a life started anew. All any of us wanted, really, was to know that we counted. That someone else's life would not have been as rich without us here. Because even though the truth can set you free, that doesn't mean it won't be painful. There are some choices you can only make once. You can't go back to where you made a choice and then take the other one. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. To become a lifelong reader, one has to do a lot of varied and interesting reading. Follow your heart, listen to your inner voice, stop caring what others think. The moon stared at me through sprinkled nighttime stardust, and I alone smile. Understanding is the reward of faith. Therefore, seek not to understand that you may believe, but believe that you may understand. Never respond to an angry person with a fiery comeback, even if he deserves it. Don't allow his anger to become your anger. I want someone whose heart is big enough to hold me. Finding one important thing in your life doesn't mean you have to give up all the other important things. They might pay you to vote for them, but having a wrong government in place, you pay it with your life. Excellence/perfection is not a destination. It is a continuous journey that never ends. In order that all men may be taught to speak truth, it is necessary that all likewise should learn to hear it. Molecules dissolve and pass away, but consciousness survives the death of the matter on which it rides. If you really want something, you can figure out how to make it happen. Your time is the most precious thing in this world. Those who grant sympathy to guilt, grant none to innocence. When we cannot find the good things that we're looking for, let the good things that are looking for us find us. Despite the heart-numbing frost, my soul is blooming like spring. Never allow a person to tell you no who doesn't have the power to say yes. Most men would rather deny a hard truth than face it. You will do foolish things, but do them with enthusiasm. The life where nothing was ever unexpected, or inconvenient, or unusual. The life without color, pain, or past. Those who don't value their words will never value your wishes. Life is funny. Things change, people change, but you will always be you. So stay true to yourself and never sacrifice who you are for anyone. All that happens means something. Nothing you do is ever insignificant. It takes drive and focus to move from potential to reality. Of all creatures that breathe and move upon the earth, nothing is bred that is weaker than man. An empowered life begins with serious personal questions about oneself. Those answers bear the seeds of success. I was 40 years old when I stood up for myself for the first time. I should have stood up earlier. Nothing can now be believed which is seen in a newspaper. Truth itself becomes suspicious by being put into that polluted vehicle. A man with outward courage dares to die. A man with inner courage dares to live. There are no classes in life for beginners. Right away, you are always asked to deal with what is most difficult. There is nothing impossible to they who will try. I am not afraid to die. I am only afraid of saying goodbye to you forever. Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. I wish I could make him understand that a loving good heart is riches enough, and that without it intellect is poverty. To the world you may be one person, but to one person you may be the world. You couldn't erase everything that caused you pain with recollection. Every memory was valuable, even the bad ones. You talk when you cease to be at peace with your thoughts. In the face of adversity, we have a choice. We can be bitter, or we can be better. Those words are my North Star. May your feet ever walk in the light of two suns, and may the moon shadow never fall on you. You have to teach your heart and mind how to sing together. Then you'll hear the sound of your soul. One little ray of sunlight can do wonders in our life. What the mind can conceive and believe, and the heart desire, you can achieve. It takes as much courage to have tried and failed as it does to have tried and succeeded. Embrace the truth that joy does not happen to us. It reflects our mindset and choices. All should be laid open to you without reserve, for there is not a truth existing which I fear or would wish unknown to the whole world. Be thankful for everything that happens in your life. It's all an experience. The hardest battle you are ever going to have to fight is the battle to be just you. Rewards await you if you stay steadfast in your faith. All the world's a stage, and most of us are desperately unrehearsed. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. Take each day in your open palms and close your fists around it. This life is not done with you yet.